Sorry, the number you have reached is not in service. Please check the number or try your call again. This is a recording.
And welcome to another edition of The Cold Open. I'm John Manzione, your host, and today we're going to be looking at the MVP3 Pro from Innokin, and I'll be back right after this. And I'm back. Hey, before I want to give you a little bit of heads up before this quasi review goes forward, and that is I have always had this cool idea of doing one of these videos in a thunderstorm, and I might get my wish because the weather's pretty wicked outside, and I waited until 4:30 in the afternoon to do this because waiting in the thunderstorm. So it's maybe the best shot at it. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool. I've got batteries, battery packs on all the lights, and of course the camera equipment and everything. So, and I don't need the internet to do this. So we're going to be in good shape if lightning and thunder comes. But I think it might be kind of cool. But anyway, come on down here, and you're going to take a look at the MVP3 Pro, which I'm going to also bring in the original MVP3 here. And let's see if I can get them both in this shot here. I may have to back up, excuse me, while I back up this lens a little bit to get some more room. If you notice, my autofocus is truly working, and the reason why it is now is because I never knew my Cam Ranger remote device was not compatible with autofocus F for movie mode, which it should be, but perhaps sometime in the future it will be. Anyway, this is your MVP3, and this is your MV3 Pro. Now, physically, there's not much difference, but inside, there's quite a bit of difference. As you can see, the button placement on both are pretty much the same. The size of the LCD OLED screens are the same. The controls are the same. You can use both as a external battery source in this and in this. So, you know, we can pretty much say that they're identical, except the MVP. Let's see if this will focus in. MVP3 Pro word is down on here, and it is not on here. Okay, so anyway, come on back up here. Okay, so let's compare the two so you get an idea of where we're coming from here. With the release of the MVP3, Innokin was a little bit behind the curve, I guess, and was caught a little bit off guard with all of the releases of higher and higher wattage devices. So when they came out with the MVP3, it went to a maximum of 30 watts, and the minimum resistance was 0.4. And they knew they could do better, so they went back and they tweaked it a little bit and increased a little bit of the battery. I believe the old battery was go grab a sip of tea or something while I'm looking for the where the heck is it? Well, in any case, the new one is 4,500 milliamp hours. I can't tell you what the old one was. I can't see it here. I don't have my glasses on either, so that might play a factor. And anyway, the minimum resistance was 0.4, maximum output was 30 watts, and so they pretty much doubled the wattage to 60 watts, took the minimum resistance down to 0.2, and kept everything else basically the same, except for perhaps a little bit more battery life. And in addition to all the other aspects of the MVP3, it comes with the if you'll come down here for a minute, it still comes with the adapter for the awful bright light down here. for the Ego and 510. But everything else is pretty much the same. So if you're familiar at all with the MVP3, you now have the choice of getting the MVP3 Pro version. Okay, so now I'm back up here. So people making investments in all of the various sub-ohm tanks and that want more than 30 watts, which just about every tank would need more than 40 watts, you're going to be able to get your wish now. So what I thought I'd do is I would take my current, this is my current baby right here. This is never leaves my side. This in the Ego 1 black, but this is the black Delta 2 on my blackout edition of the Vapor Flask. And we're going to, and I have a 0.5 ohm in this, Delta 2. So we'll screw it on. Okay, coming down here, we are going to get into wattage. 1, 2, 3, and we're in it always starts out in variable voltage. And how you enter in variable wattage is simply press down the plus button here and the firing button here for 1 second. It's supposed to be 1 second. And we're good. All right, so let's take this guy up to 40 watts just to try it out. And the increments is 0.5 watts, not 0.1. And okay, back up here, and we'll give you a shot here. This is my, now this coil is probably 5 days old, so, but it's still hitting great. Let's get rid of these. It's still hitting great, so I'm not going to change it. I don't see no reason to change it. It does a fine job. It really does. Let's bring it back down here again. And I think that your biggest concern with the MVP3 Pro is just going to be whether you like the design or not, or the color choices: silver, black. This is supposedly red, but it's more of a hot pink, and the other color, which I have no idea what that is. Probably blue. And the price is the same, but you're getting 30 more watts. You're going down to 0.2. As a matter of fact, come on back up here for a minute. As a matter of fact, I had the tank right here to do this, and I didn't even think about it. But I have a 0.25 in my Vision MK, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. Get the reading on it. Make sure it's reading. It's reading exactly 0.25. I'm going to come down here. It's reading exactly 0.25, which is nice. And it should focus. Focus, you bastard. Let's hope it is. All right, so let's bring this up to 60. Hey, come on. I'm going to bring this up to 60. Come on. Hold it down and I'll bring it up really fast. And we're going to give 60 watts to the Vision MK. Nicely done. And it's basically got everything that modern variable voltage or variable wattage or just variable wattage devices have. It's got your battery protection, atomizer protection, overcharge protection, which is really nice because you leave it in your charger too long or you leave it hooked up to your computer too long, it'll protect it. So what is the main selling point? Well, if you like Innokin products, for one, it is fantastic way to move up into the high wattage vaping. Same price as the MVP3, so you're getting more bang for your buck. If you like the aesthetics, that's another selling point. And I think that, well, I think it's a nice way, inexpensive way to get into high wattage vaping. large readout, to be able to use 4,500 milliamp hours so that you can have a day and a half of vaping. Even I think with my heavy vaping, I could get a day out of it. And the ability to take this, come on back down here for a minute, and to take this little deal out here and plug it into plug it into other devices to get a charge. It's a pretty nice feature. But that's been indicative of all the MVP3s for a while now, and it goes back in pretty easily and fits nice and snug. So what do I think? Well, I think if you like Innokin products, that you will like this. I think if you owned an MVP3 and you purchased one 30 days ago or less, I think maybe, you know, I don't know. It's, you know, I got no advance warning that was coming out, so I don't know. It was maybe Innokin made a mistake and put it out. Maybe they weren't, I don't know, caught off guard or whatever. But it seems to be corrected now with this. It's a nice device. It's got a lot of sharp edges. I don't like the sharp edges personally. This is why I use a vapor flask, because of the nice round edges, but that's neither here nor there. Everybody's taste is different. But it's a solid device. It's been working for me since yesterday. This is not really a review. If it was an actual review, I would have hung out with it for a week or 10 days, which is what I plan to do. And I plan to write a written review next weekend or this coming weekend, and I will tell you more about it and more about my personal experiences with it. But I did want to show it to you. It is out. It was officially released yesterday. Vendors should have them either today or tomorrow at the latest, I would guess. And if you like the MVP3, you're going to love the MVP3 Pro. And if you haven't tried an MVP product yet, and you like the way it looks and you like the specs on it, give it a shot. I think you might like it. It's worth the money, definitely. And that's about it. This is John Manzione for the Cold Open, and I am out of here.